I'm back with another video for you. Today we are going to, this is GTA 5 as you can see, but not like normal, it's modded as you can see. And this is single player by the way, because this mod doesn't let you play on multiplayer, which makes total sense as you can see how fast I can run while everything is slow motion. Like, I can show you how slow motion everything normally is, like walk mode. This is how slow everything would normally move while you are moving this fast, or this fast, or even this fast. Yeah, you get the idea, right? The mod's called the Flash mod, and yeah, I really like to play with it. Also, I watched the Netflix series of the Flash. I really enjoy watching it. I'm always almost done with it. Like I'm at season 2. I think episode 18, I believe. Yeah. I can't get the suits to work. I'm sorry. Otherwise, I would have liked to demonstrate that as well as in this video. And I'm using the Flash mod and the Flash extensions mod, which was made by someone else, which was meant to be used with that mod, but it's disabled at the moment because whenever I press the record button, like it's the button which disables or enables the mod, and also is the character switching menu at the same time. So it's just Alt and F9. So if I now press F9, as you can see now it's on in the bottom middle. As you can also hear, the horns are very slow. So I'm just going to demonstrate some things, you know, of the mod. Of course, this is how fast you can run, but I'm just going to go to the airport to demonstrate that a lot better. That lighting was a little bit bugged. It went up instead of, well, like a trail, it would be left behind. But this went up. That's kind of weird. But yeah. So the controls for this mod is simply when you want to enable it, you press Control N, and it also puts on walk mode. Then you press numpad 2 or 8, that's to go up and down. And I also have the Hulk mod, which I might do a video on if you guys want to see it. But for this video, it's the Flash mod. As you can see, I have all these suits, but whenever I equip them, they don't have the exterior of what they should look like. I can show you whenever I do this. See, it's just the same character, and that's kind of annoying me. But it has different trails. But yeah, I think it's kind of hard to decide at nighttime, and when you go at this speed or this speed, but not in the middle. This one, which gives everything kind of like a golden tint or something. I don't really know what to call it. It's kind of yellow, and that the blue doesn't look very cool because it gets kind of turquoise or green. And yeah, I think it should just be blue like it is now, or like this, but then you can barely see it because the mod is sometimes kind of buggy, that the lightning has kind of difficulties on following you when you go that fast. So yeah, and you have the spawn ally and spawn enemy, and removal ally and removal enemy. But it doesn't work for me since you have to have a real suit which has an exterior to spawn one. Otherwise it's just like not there, because it doesn't have a file to read of how it should look like. So then it just doesn't exist. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. Probably not. Maybe if you do a lot of computer stuff and that kind of things, more kind of not like hardware but more software and that kind of stuff, you might understand what I'm saying. So the basic abilities are, well, running very fast, and sometimes you see those black, very weird, glitchy screens like you just saw. It happens sometimes, just don't mind it. It's not a problem. It kind of bugs your vision, but it mostly happens on water, as you can see. But it's still functioning, and this is, well, really hard to see, but it's still functioning. Like, it's not a game crash or something. But as you can see, you can walk on water. Also, if surfaces are very steep, you can walk like up, walk or run, of course. You can go upwards like this. Oh, sorry. Look, like this. You can run up a building. Oh, and there's the buggy screen again. Then you have the 3 speeds. This is the normal one, which you just do by pressing the move keys, and you can press control by default, but I set it to mouse 5 to put on or off. I'm sorry, I have a cold and my voice sounds kind of weird. Sorry. So this is walk mode, and to get rid of walk mode, just simply press control again, or in my case mouse 5, and then you stop walking. Or if you're in walk mode, you can press shift and immediately let go. You can, yeah, well, run again. And the walk mode is still on, but it's unupdated, so if you click it again, it will update and it will put you back in walk mode. But that's walk mode, pretty much it. Then you have, if you stand still, time will just continue. In default, you can set it off by options. So if you run, you go, everything is slow motion, like I said. You can turn that off if you want to, but it's on by default. But if you stand still, that won't happen, but you can make it happen by holding mouse 2, because that's forced to make it slow motion. Like you can see now, everything is normal. And now if you hold mouse 2, everything is slow again. But still we can walk and stuff. And then you have the 3 speeds, like I said. This is the normal one by just pressing the move keys. Then when you hold shift, you go this, like this is already a lot faster, and it gives you a vision that's kind of, well, I would call it subtropic, like I think in Italy, for my case, is the closest place where things would look a little similar like this, in this tint of colors, hue, or whatever you want to call it. And then when you hold mouse 2, like the slow motion button, when you're holding shift, so holding move key, shift and mouse 2 makes you go this fast. And that's pretty insane, seeing how everything goes just as slow as this. Yeah. See, this normal motion and this is slow motion, and then still you can go this fast, so it's really surprising. Also, you can jump very high because of physics, you know. The faster you well, put kinetic energy into the ground to force you up, the faster you do that, because the flash can move very fast. It also makes it generates a lot more kinetic energy, which makes you jump a lot higher. So you can just hold space and then you can jump very high, and depending on which speed you're running at, the higher you can jump when you hold space. Look, this is very high on the highest speed, and you can also go very, very far if I just do it correctly and not hit anything. Like maybe like this, yeah, like that. You see, you can jump very far and very fast. The reason why you can jump very far is, of course, because you go very fast, and like I said, because you go and you go very high, because you you put kinetic energy into the ground when you jump with your legs. Like it's kind of hard to image when you don't see it in front of you, but if you accelerate the process of you putting that kinetic energy into the ground, there's a lot more kinetic energy being generated, which makes you go a lot higher with a lot higher jump. And now if I'm going slower, I would be able to jump like this. If I would go a lot faster, I would go able to jump like this. And if I would jump even faster, I would be able to jump like this. That's because of the acceleration of the kinetic energy that's generated. Sorry, I just went full nerd mode. I hope you can understand what I was trying to say. That's pretty much it for, moving. Now you have a few separate attacks. I think my favorite is thrown lightning. It's, if you press 4, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 are the 5 different attacks from the Flash mod itself. So, thrown lightning lets you throw lightning. And to use the attack, sorry guys that I didn't tell you that, you press E. When you want to horn in a car, on a keyboard at least, by default, it's also E, that same key. So if you do that, you go like that, and you can also force slow motion with mouse 2 and then do it, and you can see really how cool that looks. That looks really cool. Then you have the Supersonic Punch, which has 2 animations. This one, and my personal favorite, hopefully it comes, this one, that's my personal favorite. That's just like a really hard punch, and this like I don't really know what to call it. I'm not like on a fight sport or anything, so I don't know what those moves are called. Then we have Tornado. Now watch out guys, you never want to use this when you're moving. You want to get a standstill first and then use it, because otherwise everything will bug out. Really guys, you don't want that. And this is just a tornado. It does what it says, and like an actual tornado, it sucks a lot of things to it, like a tornado would do. Let me just see if I can demonstrate something without really harming people or something, if I can. Like there's a vehicle over there, maybe that will work. Let me check, is there anyone over here? No, I don't see anyone, so let's just do it. See? Then it will suck up trash bins, like pretty much anything that's not a part of the map itself, but an entity or something. So as you can see, that car, those cars are being sucked up, and eventually they'll explode, like you can see, because they're colliding with each other because of the fast rotation. Then we have attack 3, which is called heart attack, and it's literally like an attack into your heart. As you can see, maybe if you have seen the series of the Flash on Netflix or anywhere else, I don't know if it's somewhere else. I watched it on Netflix. I don't know if it's anywhere else. At some point, Dr. Wells, who is the Reverse Flash, he kills Cisco by literally phasing in his body and then disabling the phase, and then just squeezing his heart. Or, well, maybe it's not really like that, but you really just punch out someone's heart. And I really hope no one gets offended by what I'm just going to show you right here, but that's really what happens. So let me see someone. I'm sorry, good lady. So I'm just going to demonstrate it. As you can see, you gotta get a close look because it's pretty fast. It's literally just a attack into the heart, as you can see. And I'm sorry I just did that. I'm sorry. I did not mean to hurt anyone. Yeah, that was heart attack. Then you had thrown lightning, which I had shown before. Now, attack 5 is punch machine, which is still buggy because if you press 5 to go to that attack, it also makes you select that weapon, which in this case is grenade if you have that. So if you have a grenade in your inventory, any grenade at all which is selected, it will select that grenade at the same time, but I don't have it on me right now, so I can just demonstrate. I'm sorry, I'll have to kill another man or woman. As you can see, everything in slow motion, but it's like a combination of a lot of attacks, which is really fast, as you can see. And well, I don't like this to do, but you know, I want to demonstrate it. So yeah, that's really it. But what I think is the coolest about some of the attacks is that they have the trail behind you, like you can see here when you do the attack, like the Supersonic Punch. And also, guys, you don't have to necessarily have the Supersonic Punch selected and then press E. You can also just press mouse 1 while you're moving at flash speed, like I'm doing right now, or this speed, and then you can press mouse 1, which is your melee attack button, and you will just do the Supersonic Punch. Also, you can, instead of using buttons in case you have a grenade on you in the slot, you can hold down E instead of pressing 5 and then go to the punch machine. And while you're using this, holding E, you can go up with the mouse, or I believe you can. No, you can't use arrows or something. Maybe you can. No, you can't. You just have to hold down. No, not hold down. Swipe the mouse up and down, and you'll go through the selective attacks. And when you let go of E, it goes to the attack which you have selected. In this case, I'm going to do punch machine. So and now it's punch machine. So yeah, then you have that selected in case you do have a grenade and you don't want to select it to use the attack. But I just use the keybinds. I prefer that. And usually I have just thrown lightning and as my default attack. Then I can press E to go do that, and press mouse 1 to just normal attacks. Onto the next bit is so as you can see, you can run up walls and on water. So yeah, I have already demonstrated that, so that's really it. Now onto the other things, such as if a cop would decide to come towards me, like I have stars right now, so they're going to come for me. I'm just going to hijack a vehicle. As you can see, it will be very fast. I'm sorry, I'll have to do something harmful again. So press F. You see, you have an immediate hijack. That's how fast you can do it. Well, it's even in slow motion. Like if helicopters are coming for you as police, if you can go this fast and then jump this high and come close enough, like in a range of 10 meters at the same height as the helicopter, you can hijack it, which is pretty cool. You know, you fly over there like 10 meters and then you're just in the helicopter. And that's really, oh no, I forgot one attack. What do I do? What can I do to make police really attracted to me? Can I like, what can I do that's not really harmful, hopefully? I can hijack people because it doesn't kill them, and then break the car, hopefully then they'll come for me. Yeah, fire. Yeah, like that, and then do it again. Oh my god, that's a very cool car. But I'm sorry, dude. I'm gonna have to see it. Yeah, okay, there we go. Now we have police. Okay, let's put down slow motion. And hopefully, let me see, no cops yet. Oh, now I just killed myself. That's very smart. You know, I think I might just come back because I messed up in the installation, and come back with the script hook menu, which you can use to make your wanted level very high. So see you in a minute. Okay, so I'm back. Now I have restarted my GTA and now we can move on. So now I have the native trainer right here. I can just put on invincible. So, oh yeah, unlimited ability is also very nice because Michael himself has this ability to make things slow motion, as you can see. Everything's slow motion now, and now not. But we have the forced slow motion, so we don't really need it. So yeah, now I'm invincible, so I won't be able to die. Let's then want it up. Like that. Okay, now the police will come for me. Yeah, so let's just wait until they arrive. And then I'm going to demonstrate you the last thing that is from this mod itself. And then I'm going to move on to the Flash Extended mod. Yeah, the Flash Extended mod, which has a lot of things which should really be in the default Flash mod, in my opinion. So they're almost here. I see a car over there. So I'm just going to wait until they step out of the car. Okay, wait up. Yeah. Now they're out of the car. Now I can R. See, I can take their weapons. So if they're attacking me, I can disarm them so they can't shoot me. And what's really weird about police in GTA 5 is when they don't have weapons. When their weapons are suddenly taken by this mod, they don't attack you. See, they're just passive then. You are wanted and they run around you, but they don't do anything. Okay, some of them will try to, punch you, but most of them will keep passive. Like, military will most of the time punch you, but normal police, if you take their weapons, they just are passive. At least that's what I've experienced a few times. So yeah, that was the disarm target, which you do by pressing R when you're in range. Now okay, it's on. So the Flash Extensions mod is now on. Yeah, so this gives you few other things which the basic Flash mod doesn't have, including one attack which was only used once by Zoom, which he used to take out an entire police station for I believe it was just 1 second. So let me just player and then want down. So now I'm going to show you my favorite option of the Flash Extended mod, which is also showed in the series itself. Is phasing. You do it by pressing J and you get kind of transparent, and you can just move through anything that's like an entity, like through cars, through people, through some lampposts. If you are able to ruin things with a car, like if you drive up to this, you would be able to break it. Then you can also walk through it, or other cars or other people. If it's harmful to a car at high speeds, you can walk through it. But trees, for example, with a car, you would just bump into them, and that's the same when using phase, even though you're phasing. And you can also use this to get into interiors, like if you know that there's an interior, some interiors, like maybe the maze bank, I'll show you, maybe you can get in there by using phase. And also it's just very useful that you're not being hit by cars, because if you're going very fast, that usually does occur, you know, it's pretty common actually. So where is the maze bank? Ah, there it is, in all its glory. So yeah, I'm going to try. This is the egg of life. Okay, can I go through? Nope. Okay, but something like some things you can phase through, like the safe houses of Michael himself and Franklin's safe house and Trevor's house, which is not his own house actually. You can probably phase through, you can phase through the door. You can maybe phase through some windows, I don't know for sure. But this does also work when you're not going at this speed. Like if I just do walk mode, see, I can now go through. I just went through there. And that's the phase, and you toggle it by pressing J. Next up we have it's T. You can then grab civilians, or well, anything that's alive, like humans, and well, maybe also animals. If you press T when in 2 meters of range of them, you pick them up, and it looks kind of bad how you do it, but this is how you can save people from, like, if a bus is almost ramming them, you can just run them away. Like, let's say there was a man here and he was almost being hit by that car. I could pick him up, then run away, put him here, put him down, and then he's safe. Also, we have the snapping neck, which the animation doesn't I've not seen it work. It works by pressing B if you're within 2 meters of your target and you have that red cylinder thing cone above their head which points at them. If you're within 2 meters of them, you can snap their neck. See, they just fall on the ground. So yeah, then you snap their neck, which is deadly in most cases. But yeah, as far as I'm concerned, the animation does not work. But yeah, it's there. Then what do we have again? Yeah, we have the wind attack. For, let's say, for example, there is fire or something. Then you can press H when you stand still, and then, well, it starts to do this wind thing, and you can also blow away civilians, not cars, which it's kind of weird animation, but it works. And if you press mouse 1, when you point at this and then press mouse 1, you'll go in that direction and blow that direction. And when you now try to walk, it's really buggy. Just press H again, then the attack is toggled again, and then you can run around like the Flash again. Also, you have now like you saw, the animation of hijacking a vehicle is very quick, but still it's an animation. Like if I do it now, I hijack it in slow motion, but that's really fast. And now when I put on the extensions, then even in slow motion, like you saw right there, no animation. And you can also press G when you are in a car. Oh, see, like now it's phasing. You can go through this and this. So yeah, also let me just turn off the radio. So, and then you have G, which is an instant escape out of a vehicle. So if you want to get out of a vehicle instantly, like let's say a jet's going to crash or something, you press G and then you're out, and then you can run around again. Unless you're in the air, you have to wait until you get on the ground and then you can run around. Also, sometimes it's really a little bit buggy because it's not supposed to make that animation when you are falling. Then it's supposed to, have that roll when you get on the ground from a certain height to break the damage, to roll it off. I don't know how it's called, that roll, but yeah, they do it. And yeah, that's to recover from the fall, which without actually hurting yourself. And sometimes it happens, but of course you run while you do that, so you move very quickly forward. And also it's slow motion, so you have a really slow roll. when you're rolling really slowly in slow motion while you're moving very fastly forward, which it looks a little bit weird. But other than that, I would not hesitate a second to get this mod, even though it took me like a few hours to get it working and installed and stuff. Now that I know how it works, it would probably take me up to 10 minutes maximum. Yeah, and I really recommend it, especially if you are like a diehard Flash fan or something, or just if you watch the series and really enjoy it. Then I would recommend to get this mod if you, of course, if you have GTA 5. So yeah, and I think that's about it for the Flash Extended mod. Oh yeah, there's one thing more, which I'll have to get a civilian. By the way, I haven't told you can press T to pick a civilian up, if I haven't told you that already. You can press K to throw them. So if you can press K, you'll throw them. And yeah, the Flash is not really strong or something, so it's not like going miles away, but he does it with a lot of speed, which makes them slide very far because you do it very fast, you know. So yeah, that's about it for the Flash mod and the Flash Extended mod. I think I've covered everything as far as I'm concerned. That also sometimes happens on water surfaces that are like waving, so there are waves at, or slanted water surfaces will probably make you fall down into the water because it's kind of buggy. But most straight water surfaces like the canal, you will be able to run on. Yeah, and I think that's pretty much it. Also, like I said, you can get into a vehicle very fast and then phase to save a lot of civilians. Let's say there's a jet going to crash or something with like 1,000 people over there. That's of course unrealistic from GTA 5 because it would probably crash your game, but imagine that would be, and you can just jump to the jet, get in with the hijack function really fast, and then do phase, which makes the vehicle, well, not hurt civilians. So yeah, you can harm a lot of people with this mod, but you can also save people with the Flash Extended mod. The Flash mod itself is really meant to fight bad guys, or maybe just random people. It depends on your, well, flavor of what you want to do. But like, it's not really designed for saving other people which are innocent. And the Flash Extended mod adds more features to kill bad guys, but also it adds a ton of features to really save other people from the harm of bad guys. And I really like that, you know, because if you're the Flash, you know, there's not really much enemies which you can fight which are worthy for you, which, you know, you can just kill them in one hit. And most vehicles are, well, killed in a few hits of his special attacks. But you can spawn enemies of the Flash, but you have to make the suits working, which I don't know how to get them working. But if I'll get them working, of course I'll show them to you. So I hope you have enjoyed this video. Make sure to leave a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Yeah, if you're new to this channel and you like my content, please subscribe. It really helps me out a lot. It makes me, well, it doesn't really help me out, but it makes me really happy. It gives me a big smile on my face. And I want to say one last thing. Now test week is over, it's summer vacation. Of course I'm going to go outside a lot, but I have a lot more time to make videos and stuff, so probably a lot more videos are going to come out. And also I want to make a lot of more videos because I really enjoyed to do it, but I didn't really want to make videos when when the test week and that kind of stuff was going on. Even though when I had time, I had just a lot of stress learning for the tests, which made me feel like it had to be done, like making videos. And then I don't like it, but I really like to make videos when there's no pressure, and that's why I make them. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. Like I said, thanks for watching, and I hope you'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.